AI has ruined my life. Now, I know that might sound dramatic, but let me tell you why. So, all throughout my life, I've done many creative professions. I used to make music videos. I wanted to be a director of photography, which, if you don't know, is pretty much like the head of the cameraman in a video production. I used to be very into video production. But the common theme of my life is that I've always loved creative endeavors and projects. I made some money with video production. It was all right. But then after I had about 3 clients in a row that ended up paying me less than minimum wage for the hours I put into it, doing the best work I could with 6 years of experience and a camera that is Netflix certified.
We all see where this is going, okay? Guy worked with video editing, video production, and music, and all of a sudden AI comes, ruins his career, and his clients are paying him less. I feel you, man. I'm in the same boat. Well, not really, kinda. I work as a software engineer, and this is why I wanted to react to this video and talk about the stuff he talks about here. People nowadays, when AI is all over the place, give way less value on stuff that's like produced by a person, like the minute little details of what it took to create such a masterpiece of a video. Like, people like more raw stuff for some reason, or they just don't respect or care about the hard work and dedication it takes to create something. Like, just make it a cheap copy, mass produce it. That's all people care all these days. And even in my job, where I am from, like, now it's way harder to get into software engineering because there's way more people learning it and trying it because of a freaking AI, making it easier to learn. But it's also making it harder to get in because a lot of people are trying to get in. Also, when you're an employee as a software engineer, I've been working for a little bit, almost a year as a software engineer. Like, employers, managers, they say like, just use AI. You can make it way faster. Why the hell are you late? And it's like, whoa. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Like, I've got good managers. I gotta be honest. They've used AI. They use AI on a daily basis, and they know AI makes a ton of freaking mistakes. And if you think you're gonna create something beautiful with code in a small amount of time, you're mistaken, because you'll be fixing stuff the AI made. Holy shit, it is crazy. I feel you, man. A lot of people in design, in production, music, video creation, blah, blah. It's looking bad, man. It's looking bad.
Basically, as a professional, I've always loved to make things perfect to the level of quality that I wanted. That's professional. And that means fine-tuning very little things in a form of craftsmanship to make it perfect. And the problem is, a lot of people don't notice that stuff and they don't care. They don't care about craftsmanship anymore. It's about production. It's about produce. Meet the damn quota. Get this content out. And so I had enough with video production.
Like I said, people only want to mass produce. Like, how many shorts have you seen? Or some AI generated BS or AI voice. And well, I've heard a lot of people say, man, all these AI generated TikToks and AI generated shorts, they're so boring and obnoxious, and I can't stand that freaking AI freaking voice. Then I'm one of them, trust me. And luckily, I don't know about TikTok, but YouTube has been trying to like slow down and push down all the AI created videos. Like, ironically, they've got an AI that they use to pick and choose, hey, is this human generated? Is this a human voice? Am I an actual human, or am I an AI model? Or is my voice AI generated, right? So they somehow like figure out some or most of those videos, and they push them down, and they don't push them to a lot of people. But it's still sad and depressing to see this stuff. Imagine one day we start seeing all generated AI generated movies. You think you're gonna like that? I know I don't freaking like that. Hell no, get the freak away from here. A lot of people watching this video are related to this guy, me included. Not to the same level. I'm not jobless right now, but I'm not even that skilled in my craft, and he has way more experience. He's the one facing job loss and not finding a job and stuff. It's sad, man. It's sad.
So now that everybody is on the same level, and editing is easy, making a video is easy, buying equipment's easy, all of a sudden, the competition increases so much that there's no barrier to entry. And I know that having a low barrier to entry might be a good thing. But if you think about it, I think there should be barriers to entry because it makes you put a stake in the game. Beforehand, if you wanted to be good at video production, you had to learn a lot, or social media, like videos. You had to learn a lot of skills and spend a lot of hours to get those skills that set you apart from other people. And any old hack that wanted to join, again, I'm not judging people, but any person that just wanted to grab some money, they couldn't just quickly do that. They had to learn those skills. And because people that want money quick are not willing to put in the time to learn those skills, it weeded all of those people out. So the people that made it to that level of knowing all of these skills required to make good content and good videos and any good creative output, there's a lower amount of them. And it was easier to get attention because you earned it. You deserved the attention because you worked hard to get the skills required to get that attention.
I feel targeted right now. I know my guy isn't here targeting me specifically, but yeah, here I am. And no, I'm not making this and hoping that I'll become a freaking millionaire. I just wanted to start a YouTube channel because I wanted to start a YouTube channel from basically my whole life. I'm 23 right now. Yeah, I know I look like I'm 35, okay? Leave me alone. Now, I use CapCut, which I know he mentioned, he freaking hates. But yeah, I use CapCut. I'm not a good video editor, okay? I cut, I do some mini zoom-ins, I maybe add some people that I'm reacting to or articles I'm talking about, and that's it. It's become way easier. Like, imagine people that have a little bit more knowledge than I do. And also, he talked about video editing and how it's being outsourced by AI, or it's also way easier to learn, at least basic video editing, like what I am doing. Like, I'm not doing anything crazy. But also, he talked about video creation. You needed to spend so much time learning about cameras, learning about how to record and all this stuff. You'll need expensive cameras. So even if you knew how to handle a camera and edit, you need expensive equipment, man. And here I am filming this video on an iPhone 15 Pro Max in 4K. And I'm using like a $200 or something DJI Mic Mini. It's become so easy, and I feel for you, man. I understand you. But also, like he said, competition can be good, and it is good. But like the barrier to entry being so freaking low, I kind of agree. And with what he said, that the barrier to entry should be like at least a little bit higher. It should be way higher. Even a person like me, trust me, I wouldn't have gotten into software engineering as well. I am not that good. Like, I don't think I deserve the first job I got. I'm still at the first job, but I have way more knowledge now, and I am better than, someone with zero job experience, obviously. But before I got the job, my guy, I was worthless. I got lucky as hell. Like, the barrier to entry was... And now look at it, it's crazy hard. I just made his point. Also, he's probably hating me because I'm making the same kind of content he's saying that, people are making and mass producing, just reacting to already created stuff and, maybe adding your inputs. Maybe this is not what he was specifically talking about. He was specifically talking about like reusing stuff. But yeah, we're gonna get to that part as well.
They'll go to different lows. One way that this manifests is people on social media that are willing to do stupid things, like eat a Tide Pod, as an outdated example, or whatever stupid thing they can think of. In a way, I respect that because at least you're still putting some skin in the game. You're doing something that most people don't want to do. But the problem is, when TikTok came out with its monetization, as you know, a video cannot be monetized until it reaches a minute. So now all of a sudden, with all these AI tools that have leveled the playing field 100%. Now people are willing to just repost content. It all just goes to the lowest level. And what's upsetting for me is that on TikTok, I would be trying to put some good work into my videos and effort. And basically you post something you put a lot of hard work into, and it gets treated the same as something that's more entertaining, but was stolen. Now, people don't care about hard work, which is actually fine. I'm not here to say hard work is... If someone makes a crappy video, but they worked hard on it, it is a crappy video. But what I am saying is that you can't compete with people that don't make anything. Like, you can't... As a creator, it's not very easy to compete with someone else that just reposts clips of other people that worked hard and steals their content. So then I worked for a YouTube channel as a writer. I'm not gonna go into the specifics of what channel it is, but they're at about 600,000 followers now. When I joined, they were at 200,000 followers. I worked for them for about 2 months. And when I worked at them, they jumped up about 200,000 followers more. I wrote scripts for these animated videos. And basically, to this day, the script I wrote for a series that I've been wanting to make in some way or another for the last 4 years, it really took off. It got 3 million views. We made a second video, and that became the second most viewed video on the channel, or at least the top like 4. I got paid the same flat rate. Based on the math, those 2 videos alone that I wrote the script for made, with the sponsor, at least $80,000. And I got paid $280 for each of them. Although I did negotiate a bonus for $200 per million views, although the guy hasn't paid me for the 3 millionth view. I guess he owes me $200. So, and the second video, he didn't give me the bonus.
I mean, if you were actually legally employed and you had a contract and stuff going and they didn't pay you, I mean, I don't know the rules. He's from the US or Canada probably, but you should try and sue them, I guess. Isn't even worth it for a few hundreds of dollars? I guess not, but if they actually owe him like more than a few thousand, like an actual month's of worth of salary, maybe he should actually try and, sue them. But also, you're noticing this? They even actually stopped caring for his work as much. They were like, okay, well, we're not gonna pay him as much. We don't really care because AI is here. AI is gonna automate his job. Basically, we're just gonna create shorts and videos. F this guy.
So I don't know what to say. I'm not complaining. I feel like whatever new skill I learn will probably just be replaced by AI eventually. So what's the point? It's happened about 3 times now. So yeah, sometimes I wish I was born 30 years ago when people actually cared about marketing copy, when there wasn't social media, when people wanted to write clever commercials, when people wanted to write clever movies, when people wanted to make art that had a deeper meaning to it, but could also make money. It was a beautiful time. But now we live in 2025. I guess there's no point in moping, but if anyone has any answers or ideas, I'm all ears. So I hope you guys have a good day, and thanks for listening to my rant.
So yeah, we all got the gist. And this stuff like this makes me so like amazed, like in the world I live in. I was born in 2001, and I never freaking expected shit like this to happen. Like maybe I expected some crazy wars and stuff, like people, like stuff that actually happened in the past, because the past does repeat itself, of course, obviously. But I never expected this. Like me expecting the economy to be shit, because I've always lived in a shit economy because I live in the Balkans, or wars or whatever, but never this. Also, this is a concept I've been thinking for like the last few years since ChatGPT came out, and a lot of people have been talking about people losing jobs and stuff. But here's some of my thoughts. Imagine this: AI somehow, whenever it happens, comes to that point where most people in the world lose their job. If there's a lot of people that are jobless, who's paying all those taxes? Also, if there's so many people that are jobless and poor and homeless, they're gonna be causing way more violence, way more criminal stuff, it's gonna be chaos. Another thing, when eventually AI takes over so many jobs, and there's a few huge businessmen, like the top 1, 2, 3% of businesses that run the world right now, and that are also creating all these AIs as well. Like not just tech companies, but all the other companies like clothing companies and all the other ones. Who's gonna be able to buy their products? Like what? Who? If there's no working class, if there's no small or medium businesses, or even large businesses, if there's only the triple XL huge corporations like Microsoft, Nike, Nvidia, all the biggest companies and brands in the world, who's gonna buy them? What's gonna happen? You know what the hell's gonna happen when just a little percent of the whole world goes jobless because of AI? You know what? People are gonna start throwing riots. Cities are gonna start to get ruined. People are gonna start, you've got nothing to lose, right? You, your whole family, your friends, you're all jobless. And all these businessmen are basically firing everybody, or the people staying in the jobs, or the people making minimum freaking wage. I didn't even think about this, and this just came into my mind. Even all the people that will actually have jobs, they would be having like minimum wage jobs. Even the working class, like the poor people that are actually gonna still have at least some job, even they won't have the capability to, you know, buy stuff for all these businesses. And all the people that are gonna be able to buy stuff, basically all the other rich men, there's not gonna be a lot of them, right? Like most of the world, like 90% of the world, we're gonna be poor ass freaking animals living in the savannah, hunting ourselves like freaking zombies. It's a crazy world, and I feel for this man. And man, I'm sorry, man. This shit fascinates me like crazy. And share some of your thoughts in the comments. Tell me what you guys think about all this stuff. And will there be a universal paycheck for everybody? You think the government is gonna make all the corporations pay every single person that's jobless the same amount of money, so they can in return purchase stuff from other companies? I don't know, man. Like that means higher taxes for all the biggest only companies that are, you know, creating this AI stuff and running this stuff. And then also the government has to make them pay way more taxes so that the government, you know, pays a universal wage to the humans. Or there's another thing. All the worthless humans, they're gonna go extinct. The population is gonna... I mean, don't get me wrong. AI advancement and stuff, I want to see it. I am excited about this. I love seeing it. I want to see it used for good, you know, for it to invent new medicines to heal, you know, illnesses and sicknesses that are unhealable, and also discover new stuff we haven't been able to discover from, you know, history and archaeology and stuff. I don't know if I should be worried or happy, or either way. I doubt someone's watching till this minute. And if you are actually watching this, thanks for listening to my stupid dumb rant. I usually make funny stuff or some drastic drama stuff. I guess you can count this as something drastic and dramatic. It is, but I usually make stuff about people and social life and stuff. But this is still about people. It's AI taking people's jobs and people freaking being exterminated by the professional world, which in return is gonna exterminate the freaking humans because they've got nothing to live off of, and they'll start making riots to all the others that have something to live off of. Either way, that's basically it. Tell me what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.